So Gary, new album,
Yeah.
Power of the Blues.
That's the one.
Pretty powerful stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like it's a blues album, but it's played in a very kind of rock, kind of intense sort of way. So
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of almost bring some of the stuff that I learned from the Scars kind of band, you know, and sort of bring it into this again and play with a very sort of high energy sort of approach. Yeah.
There's a lot of blues breakers, kind of
definitely.
Starting point, but you've gone on from there quite a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes back to songs that I knew very early on, like I Can't Quit You Baby and Evil, which they're the kind of like, they're very well-known Willie Dixon songs, but they're obviously done by quite a few different people. Like I Can't Quit You Baby was done by Zeppelin, by John Mayall when Mick Taylor was in the band, and we've done it now. Obviously, Otis Rush did a very well-known version. I think he did a couple of versions of it actually. The title track is Power of the Blues. That's the riff was kind of so that's just kind of like a 12 bar with that sort of a rock riff, but then it goes into a shuffle in the middle. It sort of goes. Which it kind of goes back to sort of Blues Breakers days in a way.
Well, they're in reverse, because I thought when I first heard it, in reverse,
Yeah, when they did the kind of, when they went from the kind of samba sort of vibe, you know, into the shuffle and that, and then it goes back to the kind of the rock thing at the end again. So I quite like the idea of doing that sort of tempo shift. It gives it a bit of a shock value in the middle as well. Yeah.
Well, we've talked before about this thing about the note. I mean, you just kind of implied that kids learn lots of notes, but they actually can't play one properly. So they're on a downer, on a loser from the start. I mean, give us a nice note. What would you say is a nice, you know?
I think if you're going to learn to play, I mean, okay, just take a phrase, maybe more so than that. If you take like one little phrase and okay, just that, and if you sit and work on that like for long enough, when you get that right, then you can move on to something else. That's the way I kind of look at it. And if you, I mean, there's so many ways of doing that. You go, or
I think people will get the tab for that and they'll say, that's that lick there, the note. Oh, I've got that one.
It's not like that at all. Well, I've just played it all three different ways.
Yeah.
It's the nuance. It's the kind of, you know, even two notes.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that whole kind of, it's just how you interpret it, and that's really what makes the difference. I mean, if you play everything really straight, it'll sound so cold and so boring. It's actually putting what you feel into it, and you know, bending a note the way you feel it should be bent. Otherwise, it doesn't have any character. It doesn't really say anything. So, yeah, I would say, just take a simple phrase and learn it, and just go over it and play it really slowly, but really listen to what you're playing. Don't just say, right, yeah, that's the notes and I've got it now. You've actually got to really get into it and say, well, how am I going to play it? How's this going to sound like me? How am I going to put this across? What's going to give it that kind of, how's it going to sound like it's saying something? Otherwise, it is just notes, and anyone can play notes.
Yeah. You did the Monsters of Rock thing last year, of course, which I saw you on, and that must have influenced your general vibe, I suppose.
Yeah, I've definitely carried that on to this. I enjoyed playing in that style again. I hadn't sort of played like kind of a rock concert, as it were, for a long time, and I kind of enjoyed the kind of whole intensity of that and the big sound, the big sort of rock guitar sound. So I kind of stuck to that on this record. Oh yeah, right.
That's great colour. That's a real
yeah,
wine.
It's like an SG almost,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. Wow. Okay. Right, we changed guitars to this Wine Red Explorer.
Yeah.
So it's a weird. I mean,
twice as much echo on it now because the level going to it.
The blues has got a tradition of people playing weird guitars. Albert King with the Flying V.
Flying V, yeah. Didn't do any harm.
Johnny Winter with the Flying V and
Firebird, yeah.
And so
this is Flying V too now.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Right.
he did the first one I ever saw with the old type, the 58 type.
Yeah, but it's also it's quite a versatile guitar too. I mean, you'd be surprised. You can get some very nice wood.
Yeah.
Very nice warm sounds. You can get the. You get all that sort of thing, or just with the good blues sort of tone. It's got that nice middle thing as well.
Yeah,
you don't associate with that guitar.
You don't. When you look at that, you don't think versatility. Do you? You think, oh, it's going to be a one-trick pony.
No, you get it all, and then you've got the treble pickup with the.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
That's cool.
It's very nice to play as well.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a very easy guitar to play. I think for a lot of people. It's got quite a big neck, but it's a flat, wide neck, and it's great for bending on. And the intonation is really good on these guitars as well, which is nice. We've
spoken before about the way you play differently on a Strat to a Les Paul or whatever. But you've picked that up, and you've gone faster.
Yeah,
it's faster guitar than the Les Paul.
Yeah, it's a more more fluid sort of neck,
Yeah.
It's kind of more elastic sort of feeling, it's very fluid to play on.
Yeah, it's lovely, that big bend on the bottom string then.
Yeah.
Gary, thanks an awful lot for doing that. Man. Really fantastic. Good to see you again. Take care.
Cheers.